Right now, we're going to go over how to import sound files, add them to your project, and then how to manipulate their levels. These tools can be helpful in your practicum if you would like to use VoiceOver. VoiceOver is very helpful if you have a video that needs more explanation. If you'd like to record your own voice directly into the computer, there's a tutorial on that called VoiceOver. You can also use these techniques to change the levels of your audio. Technically, you can import files from anywhere on your computer. But to be sure that your files won't go offline later on, you should always first move them onto your hard drive. I usually put them in a folder called Import Audio. So to actually import your files, you go up here to File, Import, Files. Then you navigate to your hard drive and then to the folder containing your practicum project. And then I've created this folder where I've placed my audio files. Select Choose, and then it shows up here in your browser window. If you have music or other audio files that are in your iTunes library, you can also go to Import Files, and if you go down here to Music, this is your iTunes library. Once the files are in your browser window, they work pretty much like your other clips that you're familiar with using. You can double click on them, or you can just select them here and drag them directly down into the timeline. Now you can add them to existing tracks like this, or if you just pull it down here below your existing tracks, new tracks will be created where your audio is added to. Now that it's in your timeline, you can use the tools you're used to using on your clips, like the razor blade tool or the selection tool. But I'm just going to go ahead and undo that. The shortcut for undo, if you don't know, is Command Z. Or you can also do that by going up here, File, or excuse me, Edit, Undo. So a quick reminder of how the tracks work is on the top part where the video tracks are, whatever video is on top is what is going to be displayed in your final movie. Audio is a little bit different. As the playhead moves through and there are multiple clips of audio that it is playing through at that moment, both clips will be heard at that point. So at this point right here, you would be hearing the audio from the first clip here and the second clip here while only seeing the top clip here. The same goes for this new audio that we've added. You'd be seeing the video here, but you'd be hearing both the original audio here and the new audio file that we've added here. To actually preview your audio, you have to actually play the clips in the timeline, not just scrub through them with the playhead like I've been doing. So if you go back to the front here and push play up here at the top, you can hear the audio, and you'll also see the audio levels update over here on the side. As you play through, you might notice that you want to adjust the levels, or another way to put it is adjust the loudness of the different audio clips. To do that, you go down here to this button titled Toggle Clip Overlays, and once that is selected, go over here and use the selection tool, and now you'll notice that there are these pink lines running through all of your audio tracks. If you use the mouse to hover over it, you'll notice it changes into these two arrows with these two lines. And basically what that means is if you hold down the mouse, you can adjust the levels like this. Raising it increases the audio, lowering it lowers the audio. So when you're working with audio, it's important to both listen to it as you play through it and to look at the audio levels over here. Audio that is too high or too loud is going to be up here in this red area. If these little red lights are on, or if you're noticing it's always up here in this red, you want to go back over and lower your audio. But I've noticed as we started playing through this that the audio captured during this recording session was fairly low. So basically what you want to do is go back over here and just raise them a little bit. And then when we play through again, you'll notice that everything is right here in the middle. This is generally where we want it. So now we know how to change the overall levels of the entire clip. But it is also useful to be able to edit just specific parts of the audio levels, meaning you like the way it sounds here, but then here it gets a little too loud and you need to lower the audio levels, but then you want it to come back up to be the normal audio levels that you like here. To do that, we're going to use a new tool that we haven't gone over yet. It's called the pen tool. The icon looks a little bit like an old fountain pen. So now with that selected and our toggle clip overlays button still depressed, you go here and you can click on the pink line. And now you see that's created a little dot. Basically that dot is what's known as a keyframe. So at that moment in time it's going to control the audio levels. So we're going to add a second keyframe, clicking here, and now this time we're going to drag down. So what we just did was to maintain the audio levels that we liked here, and then as it comes to this point they're lowered, and then it travels along to here to say this is the end of where the audio levels were too high. We'll click again to put another holding keyframe there, and then we'll click again here where the audio levels come back down to normal and we raise them back to the levels that we liked before. So that in essence is how you can control the levels and layer your audio.